And we're going to be, we got a release today. It's a special release, and it's a release that, wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. So come on in the craft room so I can show you. I need to show you. I hope y'all are doing wonderful today. We're just getting the TV set up so I can see your comments as they come in. This is our Thursday live. So happy that y'all can be here. And yes, the release. Oh my goodness. Wait until y'all see this. Hey, y'all. Good morning, Trina. Or good afternoon for us. So Cheryl is in the craft room. Come on in, Deb C. Deb C said she actually got a notification. So that's awesome.
Before change.
Yeah, so we're doing a special release today. And Bill hasn't made it. It's not in the store yet. He's getting ready to go ahead and put it in the store. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit of a story behind this release. The wonderful thing about this,
in the chat right now.
the wonderful thing about this release is that the proceeds from the sales of this release is going to go to this particular foundation that I have worked with in the past. They do wonderful things for kids, and so related to books. And so it is the First Foundation. And for many of you, or some of you may or may not know, I wrote a book a couple of years ago. And this was the book that I wrote. And this has been such a blessing, not only for me to write the book, but to team up with my publisher. The publisher of this book is Our Rainbow Press. And Our Rainbow Press worked with the First Foundation, and they helped to publish the book and have it placed in homes for children in low-income neighborhoods or in low-income households. And so I'm just so I'm humbled because we always want to know how we can give and how we can give back. So not only is the special thing about this stamp set is that I'm so glad that we can actually be a part of this and give to the First Foundation, not 10% of the proceeds, not 50%, but 100% of the proceeds from this stamp set will be going to the First Foundation. Now, if you notice this book right in the, I'll show you where here it is. The First Foundation is the Foundation for Childhood Literacy, books for children, for Georgia children. And you can find them at firstfoundation.org. So it's a wonderful foundation. What better way to put books into the hands of children than through, you need money in order to do that. And so I think this is a wonderful cause. I'm super duper proud about it. So when you buy the stamp set, that money is going to the First Foundation. It's as simple as that. So I'm so glad that Our Rainbow Press approached me about doing this. Our Rainbow Press published my book a couple of years ago, Where is My Sneaker? And they print the book. It goes into, they mail it out. So it's almost like a book club. They mail them out, not just my book, but so many other books that are for the younger children. And so that goes on from the age of, I think, 0 to 5 years old. And for me as a former librarian, reading is important. And so what better gift to give to a child than reading? So are y'all ready to see the stamp set? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Here we go. Christmas Blessing stamp set. Bill is going to tell me when it's ready in the store. This is probably one of our first silhouette stamp sets that we've ever done, where like almost the whole stamp set is like a silhouette. And wait until y'all see the cards that I made with these. So much fun. Christmas blessing. You have the angel silhouette. You've got the wise men, right? 3 wise men. Look at we put a cross on here. This actually was going to be a 4x6 stamp set. Couldn't make it work. I had to send it back and redo it because it just wasn't fitting. So I needed the images to be larger. So this one is actually a 6x8 stamp set, just so you know. So just to compare it to a smaller one, that's the 4x6. This is a 6x8. Yep. So I remember someone had asked me in one of the lives, what are you doing for Christmas? I said, I want to be a blessing to others for Christmas. And so I got to wake up every morning, not only just Christmas, but just all around, so they mail out books to kids all year round. Like every month, a child will get a book in the mail for them through the First Foundation. So yes, I am just super duper happy to be doing this. Look how cute. We have the manger. Look at this. Got the star. Wait till you see how I did this. For to us a child is born, Isaiah 9:6. And then we have the word Christmas blessing. How cute. And then we have the lamb also. So we couldn't get we had a lot of other images. Some we had to kind of drop those images off. Yes. I will put the information for the First Foundation in the, because you can sign kids up. I know there's different organizations state to state. This one is in Georgia. I think one year, one of my books, I think it was about maybe close to 5,000 copies went out during the month when my book was up. So imagine, I never knew that when I wrote this book, that this would actually be part of the First Foundation's reading club, and then it would go out to so many kids. So each month there's different books that go out to kids. So it's like giving a kid a gift every month. And that goes from when they're the age of 0 all the way up till 5 years old, getting a book per month. Yep. So yes, let me just make sure that I have that firstfoundation.org. I'm just going to write it down here just so that you know. You can go and check out all the amazing things that they do. Let me make sure it's firstfoundation.org. I know it's a .org, so yes, First Foundation.org. Yes, and you can visit their website and see all of the wonderful things. Deb said, glad to be a part of it. I'm so glad too. We want to give back. Our business is growing and we want to give back. We've been blessed, so we want to bless others. And so there's a lot of different organizations and foundations that are really dear to me and Bill, and we want to be able to give back. Okay, so let me show you the cards I made, y'all. Let me show you the cards. Once Bill tells me it's in the store, he's going to yell at me, y'all. Once he tells me, though, I'll let you know. How adorable is that? Look at that. Yes, Lady B, I agree with you. It's a beautiful stamp set and it's for a worthy charity. And I think it's so important. As a librarian, this is my spiel. It is very important to get kids started in reading. Even while they're in the womb, I can't tell you enough how important that is. Their brain growth is so, their brains will grow so much between that 0 to 3 years old, from 0 to 3. So if you start at the beginning, even when the child doesn't read, you're increasing their vocabulary. You're helping to, there's all of these connective things that's really scientific. But just imagine, you need to fill up that brain with so much at such an early age. And one of the ways to do that is through reading. Parents reading to kids, grandparents reading to kids. It's so important. So there's a lot of books on their list too that go out to kids, not just my book, but so many other books. Here's the other card that I did. So I did the landscape one, and then here's the other one. How cute is that? Beautiful. You're going to love working with this stamp set. For to us a child is born. Look at that. And I just put the star there. Is it a little blurry? Maybe my camera's trying to adjust. Oh, you already have yours in the store. Okay. Our site, Kathleen German, if you can go ahead and put the site there. Our site is mindlesscrafting.com. And if Kathleen German can share the site for me, I appreciate it. Bill didn't even tell me it was in there. How beautiful is that? Right. Yes. How'd I get the background? I'm going to show you in a moment how I got it. You might have to refresh your screen if your screen is blurry. It looks pretty clear on my end.
Hold up. No, what they're going to have to do is...
Cheryl said a stamp set that can be used day in and day out, not just at Christmas. Exactly.
Hold up. If your screen is blurry, also it's possible that you need to hover your mouse or whatever onto the screen, go down to the gear, that circle that says settings, click on that, click on quality, and it probably got shifted to 144p. Click on 720p for the highest resolution.
Malaya Branch says she's not bragging, but I have one granddaughter that read at age 2, the other at age 3. Great grand 2 years learning Spanish, so I know firsthand. Malaya, I'm telling you, right on point. People used to ask me when I worked in the library, why would you do like a toddler or baby story time? They can't read. That doesn't matter. You're the communicator. You're communicating to the child. And when you talk to a child, notice how they hone in on your words. You don't have to break down your language.
You're not baby talk.
Right. You don't have to do like ba ba boo, make a little funny sounds. You can talk to your child in whole language. That's how my kids started reading early as well. Plus, I was a librarian. And I'm sure it started in the womb because I worked throughout my pregnancy. And so I saw what it did for them as far as language. Thank you, Carmina. Carmina said, beautiful stamp set.
Did you tell them, Tracy, that there actually homes out here that don't even have a book in them?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nothing.
I didn't tell them that
has written words on it, just like barring the TV, games, and that sort of thing. But barring that, they don't have books, magazines, nothing. And it's amazing. So now your child, they show up in the kindergarten or first grade, and they're supposed to compete on an even level with a kid who's been exposed to 20, 30, 40,000 words, and they haven't even so much as seen an A from a B. They are so far behind.
Reading
already.
is very important, and it's a great way to shut the device off and read to your child. Read a physical book. There's nothing more important than that bond between a parent, grandparent, and child, yeah.
Hi there, Bertha.
So those of you that are tuning in, thefirstfoundation.org, 100% of the sales from this stamp set, Christmas Blessings, is going to the First Foundation. Exactly. Sherry B said, I work with,
okay.
She said, I work with young children and we teach sign language and they pick up on it so fast. So it's never too early to teach children how to communicate. I cannot stress that enough. It is very, very important.
They're like little sponges.
Make it a ritual, you know? Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and start stamping this out.
You have a lot
Someone
of
wants to
people.
know how I made the background for these, and it's super simple.
Hi, Shay Shay. Gets a lot of testimonies on here. People who work with children,
Yes.
work with their own children. They started them off at a very young age.
And people used to ask me, man, your daughters express themselves so well at such a young age. They were like 3 and 4, and they were like, how are they expressing? Even 3 years old, Chelsea learned to read at 3. So she was reading very early on. By the time she got into pre-K, they had to kind of keep up with her because she was already just gone, okay? Doing her own thing. Hey, Bertha Bless Wilson. It's always wonderful when you can do something, for others, you know? Let's see if I can find, where's my stamping block? Oh, here it is. I gotta get my larger stamping block. You'd think I would have that already. Alrighty. What are they saying, Bill?
They said all kind of stuff. Hold up.
All right. How much is the stamp set? So there's a 10% discount on the stamp set until Sunday.
So it's normally $17.99, so it's like $16.20.
Right. So normally this size stamp set is $17.99. So you get a 10% off on this for the weekend.
I just put the link right there in case y'all were looking for it. Hey, Donna Satterley, how you doing?
Hey, Donna Satterley.
I just put the link in there for that.
Bill, can you share the link to the First Foundation, firstfoundation.org also? I think I actually have it up on here somewhere.
Well, I'll just look it up.
It in. Okay. Valerie Leonard said, I've been reading to my son ever since he was a baby. I still do. He struggles with language and has a hard time learning words. It's going to take longer, but he'll get there on his own, at his own pace. Yes, he will get there.
And you know something else that's beautiful? When you're reading with your kids, you don't have to sweat the load over if they're not reading the words right, or even if they're reading at all. As you read to them, let them read and use their own imagination and make things up.
Right. That's the other thing.
You'll be surprised how that...
It's a whole conversation that can happen.
Yes. It just really kindles that imagination. Yeah. And it makes them want to read.
Okay, I want to make sure this is covered all the way here. Just going to press on there. Let's see what happens.
This right.
I need to cut my paper down. Oops, forgot to cut my paper down a little bit.
That would help, huh?
That would help, okay.
Hi, Kathleen German.
Okay, so let's cut this down. I'll show you how I make that background, y'all.
Okay, I just put there's the link to their site also. You're right, Cheryl. Cheryl Talifa says it's hard now because they teach by sight and not phonetically. I agree. I personally don't like sight reading. I prefer phonics because once you teach a kid phonics, they can read anything. I don't care what it is. Some people are trying to merge the two practices, phonics and sight reading. As long as phonics is the foundation, you can't go wrong.
Well,
Mary brought. I still can't see store. What store? Our store? Oh, the foundation. You know what? Mary brought. When I clicked it in there, it took at least 60 seconds before the thing even became visible. But at some point, it did show up.
Yeah, just go to firstfoundation.org if you want to see what they're
Actually,
doing.
it's called something else, Tracy. It's called firstreaders.org is what it's called.
Oh, I went by what was in the book. Maybe since my book was published.
If you type in First Foundation, it goes to first. It goes to this, Tracy.
Oh, so it does go to it then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so if I go, okay, let me go in here.
Okay, let me ink this up again because now I allowed the ink to dry on there. I'm going to ink it up just a little bit more. And since this is a silhouette stamp set, I really want to ink that up real good. And then I'll show you how I made the I'm gonna stamp it right there.
Yeah.
Can I do that right?
It defaults to firstreaders.org when you put that in there.
They may have changed the website since then because my book was published in when was this? 2012. It's been a minute. Okay. I just want to make sure that that really goes in there. Ooh. I think I let the ink dry a little bit too much on there. You see that? Look at that. But you know how I do. I don't throw away not one stamp set. Okay. When I stamp, I'm in for the long haul. So what look what I'm gonna do, y'all. I should have stamped it out right away the first time. Y'all know how I do. Oh, by the way, the inks are gonna be in. We're supposed to, projected delivery is Monday. So our ink pads, if you hadn't gotten them yet, the ink pads are going to be on Monday. I could actually have left it like that, but I really want this to be just very dark colored on there. So when I put that blue on there, it's going to be really pretty. This is a marker that was sent to me in my Adaxi markers. It was a little black marker that was sent to me, and I could always use my my black marker, so I just had this sitting around and I just grabbed it.
There you go.
Yeah, just to let you know that for those of you who are just tuning in, this is our Christmas blessing stamp set.
Thank you, Edith.
Let me
Anderson.
let y'all see what it looks like.
Edith says, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. You are the blessing to us and the foundation. Well, actually, we're doing this.
Oh, thank you so much.
We're doing this along with our publisher, our Rainbow Press.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Wow, I appreciate that because, you know, like I said, I want to be a blessing to others, and one of the ways to be a blessing is to give, you know. And sometimes we don't have anything, or we think we don't have anything to give. And so I'm so happy that we could do this.
Diane Solomon says when her son was small, his favorite book was Where the Wild Things Are.
Oh my goodness, that was one of my favorites too. So Max.
He's 45 now. He gave away many of his books, but not that one.
Not that one. My favorite was The Snowy Day. That was one of my favorites.
Yes, Truth and Reason. This stamp set is new. It's a 6x8 photopolymer, and it is 10% off.
Yep.
And the proceeds of the sale of this book are being donated to the First Foundation for Childhood Literacy. Yeah. Let's help the kids. I had to throw that in there.
Yes. Okay, so that works out.
Thank you, Kathleen German. Yep, it's 10% off.
Okay, so we got that there, right? There we go. Let me get my little, I'm going to stamp out the star too.
Bertha says her granddaughter is getting her daughter hooked on phonics for Christmas.
Oh, sweet.
She's having trouble with her sight words. Bertha, that thing really works. I knew people that got hooked on phonics, and that thing really did the job. It's a great, great gift.
Okay. Move this out the way here. Sorry, y'all. I'm over here busy stamping. Okay.
Karen Hankinson says her favorite book was Harry by the Seashore and Where the Sidewalk Ends.
Oh. Look at y'all.
I missed every comment just about. I'll go back and see. Carmina's telling Bertha to make flashcards for the sight words. Tracy, didn't you used to make words and just put them all over the place? So
I did.
Games?
We would play a game. I would take some of the sight words. I would take those and I would just take a lot of words in general, just like for her and beyond, for her age group. I would take some of the words and I would put them on flashcards, and you can buy the flashcards too. I just put them on and wrote them out on index cards, and then I would throw the cards all over the floor. Right? And then I would tell her to go get the word. So it would be like a game. So she would pick up the word that says the, I would tell her, find the word that says cat. She would pick that up. Find the word is, she would pick that, like, so we would do it as a game. And so she thought it was a game. I was helping her to learn. Basically. So you got to make a game out of it.
Hi, Valerie Leonard.
So 100%. So when you're buying this stamp set, you're actually giving to the foundation, to the First Foundation.
And you're getting a stamp set.
And you're getting a stamp set. And so 100% of the proceeds is going to the First Foundation. 100% of the sales for this stamp set.
Stephanie Moore says her favorites are nursery rhymes, fairy tales, and Nancy Drew.
Oh, nice.
Then in the third grade, she started liking Agatha Christie. I used to like mythology, Greek, Norse, African, anything. Just stories from other lands.
Okay, so let's do this yellow here.
Thank you, Malaya. That's a big company to put us in. I tell you. Malaya says, I watched a Tim Holtz holiday video last night. He is so down to earth to be so successful.
He's a very down to earth
guy. So real
that
some people can maintain civility and succeed like you guys and him.
Wow, wonderful. That's a biggie. I love his products, and
he's phenomenal.
I love him as a person. He's just a very kind person, a very giving person too.
It's something when,
because you don't want to become, I don't know, I want to be more of who I am. I want to improve as a person, so I want to be able to give more. And so yeah, so the way I made this background, and I'm going to need my white gel pen too for the stars. Let's see, hopefully my gel pen will work. I probably need to get another one. Oh, that looks like it has enough ink in it. Okay, so
Stephanie, we haven't picked out a name yet for those inks yet.
Not yet.
But still.
Now we're getting the black ink back in stock. This is coming back on Monday, right? So we're supposed to be getting a shipment on Monday. So I will let y'all know when it's back in the store because this sold out so quick. And we're supposed to the re-inkers are the holdup because they need to get the parts for the re-inkers, and so the parts to put the re-inkers
Like
together,
caps.
right, like the caps and stuff to seal the re-inkers, all that comes together to form a product. And so with the pandemic and everything, so much stuff has production at certain places has slowed down. So we'll definitely have the black ink back in stock, but we won't have the re-inkers yet. So
Thank you, June. June Scholar says she likes using our black ink.
oh, thank you, appreciate that.
Tina Emery says her favorite book was Little Women, and we had a Christmas exchange in the first grade. And a girl named Cookie Kipper gave it to me, and I kept it till I was in high school, and then I don't know what happened to it. Cookie Kipper
How
came back
sweet.
and got it.
Chelsea's favorite story was The Very Hungry Caterpillar.
My favorites was probably the Childcraft from the World Book.
Your favorite book?
Encyclopedia.
Story?
Encyclopedia.
Was your favorite story?
All of them, the Childcraft, the whole thing.
We had Childcraft
The
too.
whole child. The
You had a
encyclopedia
shelf.
was my
Look,
favorite
you
book.
had a shelf in your living room with all of the Childcraft
Hold up.
books.
No, the Childcraft and the encyclopedias were in my room.
Oh, Kenneth is here.
I didn't have them in the living room. I had to have them in my room because I read them nonstop.
Yeah, we had them in the living room.
Hi, Kenneth. Kenneth says the pandemic has altered all kinds of supply chains, manufacturing processes.
Yes, it has.
How many of you have gone into Walmart? And I'm talking, it doesn't matter where you go. The shelves were just in shambles. They didn't have the simplest things. They're starting to stock up pretty good.
We
again.
actually went in there to get towels, and it was like they didn't have any towels. It was just like bare.
Here, you can use the cardboard.
Mm.
Exactly, Sonia Creel. Sonia Creel said, I love the stories in my Childcraft books. Bonnie Glover, they said they had the whole set in our house too. Remember when people used to come around and sell them?
Right, they were like,
encyclopedias?
yep, they were like encyclopedia salespeople.
We had several types.
World Book, you had the
The World Book
Childcraft.
was my favorite with the Childcraft series, but we had the Britannica. We had about 4 or 5 different sets.
Well, you know what? That was our Google.
That was Google.
Yep, for us. That was Google.
Well, my mother was a teacher, so you were going to have books. She had like a PhD and stuff like that. I mean, you were going to learn. That's the bottom line.
Yes. Yep.
Kenneth says it's crazy. You can barely find any Christmas ornaments around these days, right around now, in most of the Walmart, Target locations. That's true, Kenneth. Unless you decide this year I'm going to get some crazy looking ornament. I tried to buy an ornament. I tried to buy an ornament a few minutes ago and last week. Tracy won't let me buy it. It's this owl. It's kind of covered with fur or something. Tracy says it looks like a rat.
It looked like a rabbit's tail, y'all. I was like, you are not putting that
It
on
is
the
so
tree.
cute.
You are not putting that on the tree.
It is such a cute owl.
Look, I used to, when the system went down at the library, I used to give the kids the encyclopedia or encourage them to use the encyclopedia because they're used to Googling everything. So, but the computer system was down. If you would have seen these kids trying to look up stuff, okay? I had to actually, the research skills had kind of been lost. I mean, we had kids that were looking for George Washington using the G encyclopedia, not realizing that you have to look him up by last name. So, yeah, you get a lot of
Hold up.
kids have become so dependent on the
internet.
On the internet,
Well,
yeah.
well, here's the thing, Tracy. The encyclopedias was our Google, and the Whoosh book was our Amazon.
Oh my goodness.
I knew everything. I could have been a salesperson for the Whoosh book people. Okay? It didn't even matter the product. I could have told you about everything. Kenneth said, the Wish book. Kenneth, how much stuff did you
Wait a
wish
minute.
for?
Kenneth is a young guy.
Kenneth said, let me film me phone.
Kenneth, we seen you, okay? Kenneth, like, wait a minute.
The Wish book was it, buddy.
So you see how I'm making this blue background? Now I can go over it and go deeper and deeper. So that's one of the other things you can do, you know. So if you want to just as dark as you want it to be. But
Bertha says she likes it. There's not a lot of coloring to do on that stamp set. You know what, Bertha?
I love the
color.
I love the colors. Y'all know me. But I really am in love with this stamp set.
Bonnie, hold up, Bonnie. Bonnie Glover said, my mom didn't finish school until we were in school. And we were not allowed to bring home less than a B minus. And she went to nursing school after a while, after she was in junior high. Hold up, Bonnie. I remember the first year I wanted to play basketball. I think I was in the 6th grade. I wanted to play, right? And when we went to tryouts, I just barely made the team. I might have been the last guy picked, okay? But I made it. I got a B plus, and my mother pulled me from the team. She said, you have enough time to get a B, then you obviously need to spend more time.
Wow.
Because to her, a B was like getting an F.
Well, weren't you valedictorian in
No,
school?
not quite.
Not quite? Oh, okay. Oh, you were class president, right?
I was all that. And that's not a bragging thing. I'm just saying I just like
I'm just asking you.
Yeah, I was. I like to be part of everything. I like to be part of every club in school, just about.
Mm-hmm. So you were very involved, huh?
I just had to be.
There you go.
I enjoyed everything.
Well, my mother, she never finished school, but boy, she was the smartest.
Yeah.
She's like the smartest woman I know.
Isn't that something?
And I didn't even realize that she didn't. I think she went up to maybe 5th or 4th grade.
Yeah.
Because remember, my mother was born in the islands, and so but boy, she was so into education and making sure that we knew everything, knew how to read, and she was a smart kid. But she also had to help,
Mm-hmm. Mardell Lamb says, we'd ask our teacher how to spell a word, and she'd tell us to look it up in the dictionary. We'd get so mad because how were we supposed to look it up if we didn't know how to spell it? But here's the thing, Mardell. I bet you looked it up and you found it, didn't you? Because your teacher was teaching you about phonics. What does the word sound like? Whatever it sounds like, look that up. And somehow...
Well, I mean, it's easier to just for the teacher to look it up. Let the child look it up.
Right.
Yep.
Stephanie Moore says, my aunt read fairy tales and nursery rhymes to me every night. My mother read mythology and time life books on Egypt, Greece, and Rome.
Wow.
My aunt and my mother are the reason I love to read and love history.
Awesome.
Can you imagine a world without books? Oh my goodness, it would just be terrible.
Now, I've seen some nightmares now when the kids don't want to join the reading club at the library.
Someone's asking, Shelley Taylor says, did you get your senior person yet?
I did not get my senior person yet.
You need to call over there. Where's my person?
I need to go ahead and call over. They're probably overwhelmed right now.
All I need is my person, okay?
With food delivery and stuff. They're probably overwhelmed, I bet.
All you have to do is pick a person out of a hat. We say, here they are.
Well.
And we'll do the rest. Hi, Peggy's Profitable Pieces.
Hey, Peggy.
Stephanie Moore says, I can't get ink for my printer from the store or online. Stephanie, isn't that terrible? Kathleen German is asking, Stephanie, what's the name of the printer?
I'm making my own little blue border here, y'all.
Gwen Watson says she loves how you're doing that.
Thanks, Gwen. Just a little bit of simpleness
exactly,
here.
Truth and Reason. She's talking about the Wish book, I think. She says, I used to circle what I wanted. Half the book was circled. Exactly.
I used to love the J.C. Penney catalogs.
I would circle anything. I would have. I
They
would.
had all kind of stuff in those J.C. Penney.
It was far beyond toys, Tracy. I would circle these special hunting socks with the batteries attached to them, so you wouldn't get cold when you went camping.
Hmm?
Specialized sleeping bags and slingshots.
Right. No, you have no intention of going camping, but
But I wanted that slingshot.
yeah.
That slingshot was like a weapon of war. And one time I saved up enough and got one. My father found the slingshot. It might have been the very next day. And you have to know that slingshot left the house. He was not playing that.
Hmm. My brothers made their own slingshots. I remember that.
Malaya Brent says she finds ink on eBay that she can't find in the stores.
Wow.
Hopefully
That's something else.
Malaya, does it cost you an arm and a leg on eBay, or is it pretty reasonable?
Okay, I'm just going to make myself. So now here's what I did to make the little border around this. I just went like this. Just little. Just took my gel pen and did this. Nothing fancy.
DFC says, I used to pretend we were rich and I could have one thing from every page if I had that wish book.
Isn't that something the kids mind? Okay. Now you can make a wish list on Amazon. Okay, so for those of you that are tuning in, if you haven't grabbed up your stamp set, the sale of this stamp set, 100% of the sales is going to the First Foundation for Children's Literacy.
Exactly. Now, this program, this is something we're doing in conjunction with our Rainbow Press. Miss Sheila Meadows, I think Sheila's watching on here. Somewhere.
Oh, is she? Oh, nice.
Sheila, if you're on here, how you doing? But
yeah, Sheila is actually my publisher. Let's see if I can find Our Rainbow Press. You can see it right here, just a little bit. Our Rainbow Press is the publisher of my book, and many others that are on the First Foundation reading list. Bill, I cannot find my pen. My pen is dried up.
what pen?
My gel pen. So I got to go find another pen.
Now, want me to go get it? We're downstairs?
Yep.
Are you going down?
Yeah, I'm going to go find it. It's right downstairs.
Okay, well, there you go. Oh, man, Arabeth Figueroa. I remember that. Arabeth says, do you remember the stamp books? My grandmother and great-grandmother used to have these stamp books. I forgot, what were those stamps called? And you would get the stamps and you would paste them in the book. And when you got about 50 million books, you could buy something. Honeybee Stamping Hive says, I tried to order your book. It wouldn't let me. Where can we get it? It wouldn't let you do it.
Where can we get? She tried to order it. Where? It should be on their website, Bill.
Yeah. I've been texting with Sheila. Do you want me to ask her?
Oh, on Our Rainbow Press?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'll ask her now.
Because I think I had this website up on here. Let's see. Our Rainbow Press. Let's see if I can find it for y'all. S&H Green Stamps.
Yeah, that's what it was called.
That's what Mardell said. Y'all are going down memory lane again. Okay, let's see if we can find it. It should come up on there.
Okay,
I think
I'll
I
find
had
it.
it up on the
Let's see what happens. You can go through all this to find it.
No, just go to the book. Here it is.
Okay, all right.
Bill's going to share the link in a moment
Okay.
for our Rainbow Press. Okay, so I had to go get my pen. My gel pen ran out of ink actually. I had to get my pen. So this is just another simple border, just something I was doing. I was like, hey, rather than do my regular stitching, I'm going to do this. Okay, let me see what y'all saying.
Yeah, I just put the link for that in there.
Oh, thank you so much, Shelly Taylor. She said she just got her order in, and she said she's glad to help out. Well, thank you so much for being a blessing.
So I knew.
It's always good to help throughout the year, and I know during the holiday especially, people are looking for ways to be a blessing. So okay, so now here's what I did to get this, to get the little stars on there, and I just put just some little stars, and just depends on how dark you go with the blue. And these are my alcohol markers I'm using. So I take this and just do some little stars. John did a great job with this stamp set. He really did a good job with this. And so now I just lightly put some stars in there, and then if I want, I could even go darker with that blue and just kind of outline this even more.
Oh, Bertha, she's asking how can I share the link. Bertha, you can just copy what like either Donna's link or the link I put up, and then paste it right back in. S&H green stamp. You remember those, Tracy?
Yeah.
I just love those. Of course, I never got anything. But my grandmother had so many.
I'm loving the way that blue looks. I gotta let that dry just a little bit. And let me get something to add a twinkle to my star.
Of course, I wanted a go-kart from the S&H. And of course, you would have to save up for about 5 lifetimes to get enough stamps to get it. And they always show some kid that somehow saved up enough to get it.
To get it, right?
I don't know how the kid got it. They wanted so many stamps. My mother used to say, you can have a go-kart where you can buy it yourself. And I used to say, by the time I do that, I'll have a car. Hi, Brenda Saxton.
I have a beard, huh? Hey, Brenda. Brenda, check out our new stamp set.
Marlene Watts got her son's playpen and high chair with S&H green stamps.
Oh, wow.
By the time you got your son's playpen, he was in junior high school, huh? Get in that cage. It took me a long time to get those stamps.
Stop, okay?
Ma.
Look, y'all pray for my Gooby. Gooby went in today. He's under the knife today.
Ooh, he sure is.
He looked at me like, how dare you? He was so happy, got in the car. He was really pumped up. I mean, he was just like, "Oh, look at
I'm going
I'm
somewhere.
going somewhere. Yeah, Mom got my
There
leash."
was a certain point in the journey when I think he realized where he was going
Yeah.
before he got there too. The dog knew where he was going at a certain point.
Look, y'all, look how I'm measuring this. This is so me when the camera's not on.
Kathleen Trevor says, what is he in for? You make sign he's in prison. What did he do?
He's got stones. He's got 5 of them, I believe. Yeah.
Speaking of what he in for, you guys, everyone has a friend or someone they knew in high school or something, and the guy was always getting into trouble and stuff. And by the time you graduate from high school and you went on your way, you didn't see the person for several years, and you just kind of saw the guy, and you just walk up to him and say, "Hey, so when'd you get out?" And you know what? They actually answered, "Yeah, I got out about, because you know they went in. The path they were on, the only conclusion could be was prison." And what's really interesting is when
website for the book.
When you're interacting. Oh. I don't know. Well, we'll have to check with the publisher. I don't know what's happening with the site. And maybe on another live, but once they get cleared up, then don't even worry about the book.
Right. Oh, what I'll do is I'll just share it below once we get the correct information.
Yeah. Sorry, honeybee.
You might have a little glitch on the site. It happens. Look at that. Simple.
Our dog is going to be walking bow-legged when he comes home, Tracy. He's already pretty bow-legged.
Yeah, he is. My thing is just, I just pray that we can manage the pain,
And the cat.
That's why it's going to be a long night. The cat right now looks depressed.
And the cat will just mess with him?
I know. Now that the dog is not here, the cat looks so depressed. He keeps going in Gooby's little space, looking in the closet, like, where is he?
He knows he can't go in the dog's area with the bed because the dog will. That's the one time that he will actually bite the cat. But now that our dog is gone, the cat actually goes in there and lies on his bed looking depressed.
Yeah, so we're waiting for a call any minute. As far as
Bye, Kathleen.
Seeing how he's doing and his progress, because he's gonna need some pain meds these next couple of days. These are very sticky that I can't even pick them up off the table with my
Is that good or bad?
I mean, it's very sticky to the point where it gets really stuck. Now it's like on the floor. Okay. I gotta chase these down, okay?
You have to do it the old-fashioned way. And struggle with fingers.
Oh, I need to tell y'all about Mindless Crafting at Midnight. Just so if y'all didn't tune in on Tuesday, we have our date for Mindless Crafting at Midnight. Bam. Mindless Crafting at Midnight, December 18th, Friday, 11:55 p.m.
So not this Friday, but the next Friday.
And that will be our last release of 2020. That's going to be our last. We're releasing a stamp that night. That's going to be our last stamp release for the year.
The Mindless Crafting at Midnight Christmas Fiesta. You got to make it sound
Christmas Fiesta.
Funny, fun, and
okay.
festive.
To me, Mindless Crafting at Midnight sounds pretty fun. Sounds pretty fun to me. Bill, I don't have any more.
Any more what?
Mounting tape.
What? Out all that tape you bought?
Wait a minute.
It's probably one of these bags
way.
over here.
I think it's over here somewhere.
You have at least 100 bags.
Somewhere over here. Let's see. Don't go looking through there, babe. I'll find it.
You got to have
Don't go
mounting
looking
tape.
through there. Okay.
There's no way you can.
No, it's somewhere around here. I just have to find it.
I can't even
Don't,
imagine
don't
that.
look for it. I'll get it. Because if he likes to throw things all over the place, okay?
Better get some hammer.
Hey, Leek Vander Hy
Get a hammer and nail.
Leek Vanderhygen.
Leek Vanderhygen.
I'm not
Hello.
even sure if I got that right.
Hi, L. Nadine Brock Harris.
Hey, Nadine.
It's the sticky picker up. Tracy, I bought one from Amazon. It doesn't pick up anymore. How
Put
dare it?
You're gonna have to wipe it with something.
Like what? Soapy water or something? To dry it off?
Which one did she get though? Not the putty one.
She got it from Amazon. The sticky
No,
picker
this one?
up.
Is it the Marvy Jewel Picker?
She got it from Amazon.
Wiping it will reset it because there's nothing to
Leek said we pronounced it correctly for
Oh.
a change. She said we, no, not you, Bill. Tracy pronounced it correctly. Okay.
So what am I hiding in the bags? More stuff.
Tracy, you bought at least,
No, I know. I just have to find it.
it was about 6 rolls somewhere.
Got it.
You found it?
I found it.
Tracy found something.
I found it. Let me see what y'all are saying.
So Deb C, tag. Does tag mean something in another language? So I can say tag Debs.
Jacqueline Robinson says no stamp goes unused.
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm going to mount this a little bit because it just, to me, it just needs that extra little bit.
Man, Marlene, prayers. Marlene said, just got off the phone with my daughter. She was checking in. All of her family, there are 4 of them, they all have COVID.
Oh boy.
Our
Marlene,
prayers.
yes, post that in our
Marlene.
prayer group on Facebook too, so we can pray for you. We have a prayer group on Facebook, Mindless Crafting Prayer Group. And go ahead and join us if you're not already in there, so we can pray for you.
DMC is multitasking. She says her lunch just got there. Pad Thai and Thai tea. She's multitasking, work, eating, and watching us.
Oh my goodness. Awesome.
Thank you, Linda Chapatel. Linda says, that stamp says beautiful. Place more order. Can't wait to get it. You two have such good hearts.
Oh, thank you. We want to do good, and we know we have a lot of crafty friends who do good all the time, who are very given, and just trying to give the gift of reading, to a child.
Exactly. Here's an interesting question. Karen Hogram is asking, is there enough room for the manger, wise men, and the lamb on a slimline card?
Yes, I would think you can get it all in. Yes. Good idea. Good idea.
Brilliant minds think
yes. Good idea.
That's
going to be nice.
The leak is from the Netherlands, Tracy.
Oh, nice. Wow. Tuning in from the Netherlands. I love it.
Oh, David Laverne, she's asking what happened to Cinnamon. He has stones.
Yes, he has stones. So we
got
a
bunch of them.
Oh, yeah. My doggy.
So they're flushing the stones back up through his urinary tract, back into the kidneys. And then they're going to extract them from the kidneys once they get them out of the tract. They're pretty big. Ouch.
Yeah, it sounds pretty painful.
In fact, they're going to change his diet. They said the diet he's going to is
it's a medical diet.
It's lifelong.
Might be. We'll see. Hopefully they can give us some.
Right now, his diet is bacon.
Mm, I'm not going to tell you who put it on. Who put him on that
He
diet?
looked at me. He looked at. How many of you guys have animals, dogs or whatever, and they just have the cutest eyes? They just look at you with that look, and they control you.
Leek, thanks for subscribing to our channel.
It's like the Vulcan brain lock or something.
Well, the Vulcan brain lock just got our dog in surgery, okay? Just got our dog in surgery.
Maybe Fred Smith says, okay, I missed something. What are you doing for getting books to kids?
Okay, so what we're doing is we released this stamp set, and this particular stamp set, along with Our Rainbow Press, which published my book, Where Is My Sneaker? This book is also part of the First Foundation, which puts books into the hands of kids in low-income households. Okay, so each month a child gets a different book that's on the First Foundation's list. They choose these books very carefully, and from the age of 0 to I think 5. I have to actually I think it's till 5, but you can look on the website. They deliver books to their home. So a child will get a book, and it's like a gift, getting something in the mail. So the gift of reading, think along those lines. And so I'm teaming up with Our Rainbow Press, which is the publisher of my book, and 100% of the proceeds for this stamp set is going to the First Foundation. So when you buy this, you're still getting a 10% off, but 100% of the sales is going to
basically it's,
the First Foundation.
You're helping to finance this project, or
yep.
You know, one of the financiers, so to speak. Yeah.
I'm looking at Karen Hallgren's thing. She was talking about feeding a dog in one of the shops.
What happened?
The comment went by so fast.
Okay, she says, our guys feed our bulldog all the time in the shop. I keep telling them to stop, but they don't listen. She'll sit and stare until they give in. I just ignore her. But I can't. Karen, you don't understand. He puts those eyes on me. And I try to be tough. It don't last long.
It doesn't. And he's got the cat. Look, he's got the cat on that same thing.
The cat looked at me. The cat at the point where the cat would come up to me and look at me. And if I'm by her, then she'll take one arm and grab her, and he started hitting on my chest and pull up at me real gently and look at me with those eyes, and I get her some temptation treats.
Yep, Bill's a softie. Because Ariel could give him the same look too. Oh, here you go. Here, take this. Here.
I'll go to the store, grocery store.
I'll say no already.
Ariel needs this.
Right. And then he'll have like a pie, which Ariel doesn't like. Okay. He'll have something that Ariel doesn't like. Yeah, so my dog right now, as we speak, is going into he should be in surgery.
Or already knifed by now.
They said it's kind of complicated.
Right? Don't be cutting on the wrong thing.
Ouch.
Like, woo.
Oh, that's so sweet, Mima friend. She said, wow, I already ordered the stamp set. Now I want to order another one. Anyone want one that can't get it? Oh, that's so sweet. Wow.
Oh, that's wonderful, Mima friend.
This is, I'm telling you, it's a great cause. I just can't even tell you how important this is. And especially now too, with so much going on, it's still nice to maintain that consistency of reading within the household, interacting with kids even more so now.
Honeybee Stamping Eye. She wants 4 of the books, one for each of her children, for whenever they have children.
Oh, I'll Love You Forever. That's a great book.
Email me at admin@minuscrapping.com.
Yes, so we can get some information.
Right, just so I can be reminded of this. And I'll reach out to the publishers to see what's happening.
Yeah,
if
because they
that's possible.
may not know that there's a glitch with their
Well, they may have ran out. Who knows? But at least we'll know something. It's a wonderful book. One of the stories that really touched me about the book. Okay, Sheila Meadows, who's the founder of Our Rainbow Press. It's just a short story how she even created that. She was trying to find some books about a certain subject matter that her kids could relate to, and she couldn't find. I think it was a
well, she wanted books that looked like her daughter's.
yeah, and she couldn't find anything.
And she couldn't find books that had many books that looked like African American children.
Yeah.
And so the nice thing about the First Foundation is that the books are very well rounded. You'll see kids of all nationalities in the books, in the reading list. They're very particular about choosing books that show multicultural images. And so it's a really,
Right.
wonderful
So
foundation.
that's how Sheila started her company, Our Rainbow Press. She
Right.
said, well, I can't find the books.
She
so
solved
I'll
the
create it
problem.
myself.
Yes.
And the rest is history.
Sheila and her husband are amazing. And that's how Our Rainbow Press was formed. And so when she approached me about even writing my book, this book right here, Where's My Sneaker? My thing was, I'm a librarian. I read books to kids. I don't write books. That was my thing. And look who the illustrator is on the book. John Floyd Jr., who is also, you see how things come full circle? Also the person, he's our artist for Mindless Crafting Stamps. So imagine, I didn't realize that years later that me and John will be teaming up so that he can do images for our stamp sets.
But
it's amazing.
Well, I'll tell you something that was really wonderful that we had a chance to experience. A lot of you know the story already, but maybe for some of the people who are new, when our daughter Ariel was in the hospital on one of the times she was there, and on this particular time, we'd been in there at least about 6 weeks or something like that. So we were ready to get out that day. We were ready to leave, and the nurse came in just as we were getting ready to go and told Tracy, hey, there's this little kid. He's just so cute, this and that. Can he have one of your books?
Right, because she knew us by then, and she knew that I had written a book.
And we had some up there.
And I actually had some in the car. Yep.
So we went and got the book, gave it to the kid, and we were getting ready. Just we were walking out the door, suitcases, everything. She said, could you please come to the room? He wants to meet you. Kid is 4 now, look, African-American kid. So Tracy's like, well, yeah, we'll go. We went into the room. Kid is attached to this IV machine with like 3 or 4 tubes on it.
He was like 4 years old.
He
right?
was 4, a little bitty guy.
Yeah.
And when we went in there, he was holding Tracy's book and he's looking at the book.
He actually was looking, look, y'all, he was looking at the back cover, right? Look how animated I look. He was looking at the back cover and he was looking at me like standing there. And he was like, he says to me, is this you? And I said, yeah, that's me. And then he turns the book over and he's looking at the kid on the book. And he says to me, that's me. And I said to him, that is you. And that for me did something. It stirred something inside of me, how it's so important for kids to see themselves in books. I can't even tell you how much that means for a kid to actually be able to relate to a character in the book, because the character in the book looks like him or her. And I have to tell you, that kid almost had me. He just had me. I was done. Okay. If nothing else that I ever published ever in the future, this book right here did it for me. And I was almost in tears because I didn't know. I knew that whatever the kid was going through, it was a digestive issue because he was on the same floor with Ariel. And so to see him on that IV and to be able to relate to this book and communicate to me, the actual author, that this book looked like him.
And you know what?
I was done, y'all, because for me, I had the same issue. One of the books that I loved as a kid was The Snowy Day, because the little boy in the book looked like me or my brother or my sister, so it was almost like that kid did it for me, and he made that book. So when Sheila approached me about writing this book, she said, what kind of book do you want to do? I said, I want to have a book that has a little boy who's African American, because I didn't see many boys in books that look like my nephew.
Or the kid down the street. Hold up. And not only that, doing something ordinary that any other kid would do. Not a book about Martin Luther King or some big figure that is majestic, and you, even though they're African American, you still almost can't relate because it's something so on such a grand scale. We just want a story about
a kid doing something every day, right? Someone who just lost his shoe or something, and that was it, So it was really nice that Sheila had. Sheila's the one who actually introduced me to John Floyd Jr., who's the artist for our stamp set. So she introduced him years ago, and what a blessing it has been. Yeah. So that's just a little bit of a story. Not knowing that the book was now going to be published through the First Foundation and go to thousands of kids across the state of Georgia. That's a whole nother thing. So sometimes you just have to start the process. Sheila's thing was, Tracy, I would love for you to write a book, because she knew I was a librarian. And what kind of book would you like to do for your first book? I was like, I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to do. I got the illustrator for you. I was trying to come up with all these reasons why I couldn't write a book, and she was coming up with the reasons why I could. She had the resources already.
She was coming up with the reasons why you were going to do it.
Right, exactly.
Like why you could.
Exactly.
Let me tell you why you're going to write this book, and coming over next week, and we'll start it then.
Ezra Jack Keats, yes. And Ezra Jack Keats has written some books over the years that really, just some excellent books.
Hi, Nana Cooking's Craft Corner.
Chills. You get chilled. Look, Bertha, I just got a chill just telling the story over again. Yeah. So this book has really been a blessing, and we want to just continue to bless others. And for us to be able to do this with our Rainbow Press and the First Foundation is even more of a blessing. Like I said again, before we get off, because we got to go get the dog at some point, 100% of the proceeds for this stamp set is going to go to the First Foundation.
Yes.
So with the stamps, is this from a company? The stamps are our stamps, Mindless Crafting. Yeah. Mindless Craft. We produce the stamps, so we're mindlesscrafting.com, Bill and I.
Let me see something.
Okay, just write it down.
I just want to make sure we get the address.
I hope Gooby gets better soon. He will need lots of pampering. He's going to need lots of pampering. They said this is going to be a longer surgery than normal, and he did not look happy when I dropped him off. This is the dog I'm talking about, y'all.
Yes, me and my friend. Go ahead.
She already did it. Look, she said, okay, ordered.
Mima's so fast.
That is
girl.
so sweet.
Mima's like,
thank you. If you don't buy one for yourself and buy one for a friend, knowing that you're going to be blessing some kids. Yeah, poor puppy. Yeah,
I
I did not.
know. I
was
feel in the cat. I kind of worry about the cat actually.
the cat gets depressed. I wouldn't have thought as much as she torments Gooby.
No, it's not that. When he comes back at his weakest point, she may just go to town on him.
She's gonna be happy to see
She
you.
already like Bruce Lee on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Gooby can't move around too much.
I don't have no one to be. Yes.
Is this sold to Canadians? It's sold to whoever wants to buy it.
It's shipped worldwide.
Yes, we ship worldwide. Thank you, Brenda Sachs.
Debbie.
Amazing story. Yeah, and the story is true.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It's one of those things where you don't want to have to ever go to the children's hospital. You don't ever want to have a sick child. But so many blessings have come through that time. That was a very grueling time in our lives, you know.
And I'm sure there are quite a few people that can relate with that.
And through that, right, and through that, we've been able to be blessed and be a blessing to others. Yep.
Well, the one thing I learned during that period was that the best way for me to not be consumed with myself was to try to find someone else to do something for.
Yep. Sometimes you just got to get out of your own way and not focus on what you're going through, but continue to bless others.
Okay, Karen just found it.
Okay, she said, Tracy, I just saw our Rainbow Press has your book on their website. Yes.
Yes, Truth and Reason, blessed to be a blessing.
Yep. So with that said, we're going to have to go off. Y'all head to the store. We're going to have to get off here. Y'all head to our store, mindlesscrafting.com. Pick up this stamp set, Christmas Blessing, and try to bless someone else too, because we're trying to just sell out this stamp set. And so we can send all the proceeds to the First Foundation. And so we appreciate each and every one of you for continuing to support us, continuing to keep us in business. Because right now, even in the pandemic, you know, so many businesses are going under. And so every order that you make really helps not only us, but whenever you buy from a mom and pop shop, think about you're helping to keep them in business. And so we appreciate all of you. Bill, you have any words for today?
Well, no, I mean, you pretty much summarized it.
Well, there you go.
To be perfectly honest.
He let me speak, y'all.
I mean, you covered it very well.
And don't forget, be ready. Mindless Crafting at midnight, y'all.
But you know, Carmina, thank you. Carmina says thank you for everything that you do. But here's the thing, y'all. The things that we do, we could not do without you.
Yep.
And we're very cognizant of that. And I think sometimes people, they'll grow to the point where they're really big now, and they tend to forget that it's because of you that they are. You know, and that's something that you simply can't take for granted. You can't do that.
Yeah, you're right.
You know. Yes.
Heavenly Gifted today says, I wish I could buy it, but I have no income, Tracy. Been waiting for unemployment since March 15th. Man, we're praying for you. We're praying for you.
Let me make sure. Letitia, you've ordered from us before, right?
We have several people that reach out to us as far as wanting to give something to someone. So we'll keep you in mind. Are you getting more stickles in? I haven't ordered it's coming in, but a lot of stuff is slowed down. So I'm not sure when those are going to be back in the store again.
Heavenly Gifted. Here, email me at admin@mindlesscrafting.com, because we have people that actually want to
buy an extra,
bless other people, and you know, hey,
yes,
it is what it is.
All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get off of here. Y'all have a blessed day. Try to make the best of it. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy. We're praying for you. Don't forget, you can actually join our Mindless Crafting prayer group, where we have our crafty friends and family praying for others. And so it's a place to just request prayer. So we appreciate you. And we'll we'll see you on the next
Oh,
live.
hold on a second. Hold on a second. El Padilla says, "Can I buy for her? Let me know how to go about it." La Padilla, okay, email me at admin@minuscrafting.com and just say that. I'll write that down also.
Yes.
And then go ahead and make the order. And I have
We'll go ahead and match everyone up. Yes.
when Letitia, send me your email me at admin@minuscrafting.com and I need your address and email and zip code and that sort of thing like that. Okay.
All right, y'all. See, it's already happening. The rippling effect has already happened. The paying it forward has already happened. And so, y'all, this is why I absolutely love our crafting community, because so many of you are so willing to give to others. So we appreciate y'all, and thank you so much for tuning in today. And pray for our little doggy. All right, we'll talk to y'all later. See you soon. Bye.
Oh, Truth and Reason said, read a comment. Oh, she's saying to contact your state senator and let them know. She had to do that. She got her back pay. I had to read that out loud.